2 weeks until postseason time, and with the next generation watching closely, the time to heat up is right now. It's youth night here at Oak Creek High School, where the Oak Creek Knights girls basketball team aims to snap a 3-game skid against a Catholic Memorial Crusaders squad, aiming for 4 wins in its last 5 tries, but their first victory on the road in 2026. Hello everyone, alongside my amazing producer Joey Endres, Corey Sparks here with you on play-by-play for tonight's contest. We look at Oak Creek first, hosting 8-13 this year, but battle-tested. This is their 16th opponent in 22 tries that has a winning record. They haven't had a whole lot of nights where they're going up against an inferior opponent in the win-loss column, and tonight is no exception as they take on Catholic Memorial, who's 12-10, looking to make it 4 wins in 5 tries. The Crusaders, a prime example of the phrase, it's not about how you start the season, it's about how you finish it off. They started the year off 2-5. They are 10-5 since that point and have been remarkable at drawing contact inside, getting to the charity stripe, and converting at a very high rate. We're going to step aside for our first break of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Classic 8 standings from top to bottom, discuss what's solidified, what's still up for grabs, and your players to watch. That's all coming up next. It's Oak Creek and Catholic Memorial coming up soon here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
And welcome back to Oak Creek High School. Pep Band is in it and animated, and you should be too. Only a couple games remaining in the 2026 regular season. And here is how the Classic 8 standings look with Oak Creek and Catholic Memorial, the Knights and Crusaders facing off tonight. Arrowhead paces the league at 12-0 in conference play. Mukwonago right behind them at 9-3. Arrowhead has clinched. Catholic Memorial at 7-5. They had a chance to tie Mukwonago in the standings, but fell to them. More on that to come. Muskego tied with Catholic Memorial in third at 7-5. Economowoc is 6-6. Oak Creek nestled into the 6th spot at 3-9. Tied with Kettle Moraine at 3-9. Waukesha West rounds out the Classic 8 respectively at 1-11 in conference play. Your players to watch as we wind down the final few minutes before tip-off between the Crusaders and Knights today. We'll begin with Oak Creek. Sophie Paldermick. We're calling out a freshman here, and deservingly so. She leads all underclassmen with 7.1 points per game, but I really want to talk about the fact she dropped 21 points off the bench against Economowoc, albeit in a losing effort, a week ago. A real bright spot on a group striving for its best play when it matters most. Their final 3 games, by the way, right here at this gymnasium. Greenfield and Mukwonago on tap in the next week. For Catholic Memorial, Kelly Boinski, that will not be the last time we say her name today. She's number 10. She's a 5'9" senior guard. Played a lot of minutes for this team this year, and for good reason. She's averaging 20.1 points per game, 5 rebounds per contest, and what this Crusaders team does so well is get to the line, right? Boinski does it a ton. She is an 81% free throw shooter. That is a remarkable mark in high school basketball, and she's a huge reason they've won 3 of their last 4, going for 4 of 5 today. We're going to step aside for one last break before the national anthem and the starting 5, and then it'll be time for tip between the Knights and Crusaders. When we come back, what happened the last time these two teams played each other? Then it's national anthem, then it's time for tip here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back to the pregame show. Just moments remain before tip-off between Oak Creek and Catholic Memorial, part 2 of the 2025-26 season. It is youth night, and you see plenty of youngins stepping on midcourt right by the OC logo. Anticipate they have some play in their future today and far in their careers. Hoping to see an inspiring performance in front of them in another Classic 8 battle. The last time we saw this Classic 8 battle, Catholic Memorial beat Oak Creek 62-46. The Crusaders took 21 trips to the free throw line and converted on 18 of them. It is now time for the national anthem, which we will keep it here for. Amazing work. Look, there is nothing wrong with playing a soundtrack for the national anthem, but when you have a pep band here, I was doing some head counting, 60, 70 plus strong here to deliver it in live fashion, it just adds another element to what should be an amazing basketball game tonight. Fans showing out pretty well on this Friday night. They only have 3 home games left here at Oak Creek. Meanwhile, for Catholic Memorial, they've had their struggles on the road. They're finishing the season out on the road. They have one more contest a week from today at Waukesha West. And typically when teams have their starting lineups introduced, you have the other players out on the perimeter ready to support. Oak Creek has that plus 50 more today. What a sight. Awesome work here by the athletics and activities staff putting this event together. We begin with the Catholic Memorial Crusaders starting 5. We'll go in numerical order. Number 3, a 5'7" senior guard, Ellen Mowbray. Had a team best 8 rebounds against this Oak Creek squad last time around. Number 5, a 5'9" sophomore forward, Alden Visner, 43% from the field. Number 10 at 20.1 points per game. Keep her circled on your scouting report. It's Kelly Boinski, a 5'9" senior guard. Number 24, a 5'10" junior forward, Maggie Lemke, shooting 43% from beyond the arc. She is the sharpshooter on this Crusaders team. And number 30, a 5'9" senior guard, Sammy Sarner, 10.7 points a game. She leads the team in rebounds. She leads the team in assists. Sammy does a little bit of everything for this Crusaders squad. And look at the support Oak Creek's got on their end. That is a starting 5 line if I've ever seen one. All clapping in sync. Bringing some juice to this matchup today, this Friday night. And without further ado, let's introduce the Oak Creek Knights. Led out there by head coach Steve Lucknick. You even get the PA introduction. Number 2 for a 5'6" senior point guard, Jordan Murphy. Thunder playing in the background as the mic gets passed around the line. Number 10, a 5'6" senior shooting guard, Alyssa Wadzinski. Number 15, a 5'7" junior shooting guard, Sophia Peets. Number 22, a 5'8" senior forward, Alyssa Rivera. And number 24, the leading scorer on this squad and tallest player on either roster, a 6'4" senior center, Jenna Keene. That is what we call an introduction right there, folks. Look at the crowd over on Oak Creek's side. They've got strength in numbers tonight, if nothing else, and they're all doing the team huddle. So everyone's going to understand what plays are getting drawn up tonight. That is spectacular stuff. They all broke it down together. And now those young fans run to the far baseline and are going to fill the bleachers in rowdy support for this Knights team. Catholic Memorial traveling well too here from the Milwaukee area. Ready for tip-off, and the Knights win it. Jordan Murphy with pace. Oak Creek aiming to snap a 3-game skid. Murphy, top of the key, 3-ball, bottoms. They've been in an offensive dry spell the last couple of weeks, and Murphy starts today off about as well as you could. Here comes Catholic Memorial, 7-5 in the Classic 8 in a mathematical tie with Muskego below Arrowhead and McGuanago. Working inside and drawing the foul is Kelly Boinski, the superstar on this team, 5'9" senior guard averaging 21.1 a game. Boinski 81% from the line, drills the first attempt. She is one of 5 seniors on this squad. And she is perfect from the line. And that didn't change against Oak Creek last time out. She scored a team-high 20 points and went 3 of 4 from 3. You see the full court press, and you see Murphy driving downhill. As she does a nice job working out of the trap and back to the top of the key, just in front of that OC logo where she drilled the opening 3. Murphy calling the shots for this team. You'll typically see her take the basketball past the timeline inside to Jenna Keene, who you'll typically see score inside the restricted area. Early 5-2 lead for the Knights. The Crusaders have accomplished a lot. They've really turned the corner on this season, but they haven't won a home game in 2 months. See if they can snap that today, or an away game in 2 months. Foul called on Alden Visner. So excuse me, the Crusaders have not won a game on the road since they beat Economowalk back on December 2nd. They've had some neutral games, so they have one away from their arena, as Murphy had to sprint across the timeline and did not do it in the allotted 8 seconds. 5-2, the Knights lead early. Great pressure defense from the Crusaders. 16:23 to play here in the first half. Two teams had their first showdown back on December 19th. And the Crusaders got to the line a ton. We've seen them do it so far today already once. Mowbray can't get it to go off the left side of the window. Quick move inside. Alyssa Rivera did everything right, just couldn't find the bottom of the hoop. Here comes Boinski with tempo, averaging that 20.1 points per game, attracts attention to the top of the key. Lemke misfires. Offensive rebound, Sarner tracking it down in the far corner as the Crusaders reset. Catholic Memorial looking for 4 wins in 5 tries, and they get 3 chances on this possession. Boinski can't get it to go. We have a whistle. And a push on Sammy Sarner. You see that 2-2-1 diamond press that the Knights are able to work through. It's all about starting strong for this Oak Creek team. Steve Lucknick was saying the offense really struggled to score a week ago against the Raccoons, only scoring 7 among their starters. The other 31 points came on the bench. There's a triple from the far side, and Sophia Peets quickly gives this team 8 points from their starters in 3 minutes. So Oak Creek's got more starting points in 3 minutes than they had in all of last game from their starting 5. How about that for a storyline? Mowbray drives in, no bananas. 8-2. Knights out in front with a lot of momentum. A look inside, and Keene makes it 10-2 Knights. Maybe this is the offensive explosion that Lucknick was looking for. They've been good from outside. They've been true from in. And Kelly Boinski's heading back to the free throw line where her Crusaders have excelled this year. Boinski true on the first attempt, coming off a 11-point performance against McGuanago earlier this week. And she is 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. It is 10-4 on the scoreboard. Peets rifles a pass inside to Rivera. That one is true, and it's 12-4. Alyssa getting redemption from that layup attempt just a couple of possessions ago. Oak Creek looking for that scoring flair, averaging just 43 points per game during this 3-game losing streak. 12 early ones in 4 minutes. Right wing 3, Lemke, no. Offensive rebound, Sarner, no. But Jordan Murphy touched the ball last. Sound defense from Oak Creek, and that's not new. Allowing just 50.5 points per game. It's just been being able to answer on the offensive end when another team gets on a run. Mowbray inside, no. Here come the Knights. Murphy controls. Murphy uncorks. Murphy cannot convert. Keene between two defenders. Can't get her own re-rack. The Crusaders with tempo. Quick deflection. Wodzinski. No numbers, just herself. Waits for her fellow Knights to catch up. Shoots over to Peets. One more. Near corner. 3 on the way. Too much. Rivera was open. Shot that in rhythm. Her team's still up 8. Sarner controls, goes left hand. Sarner off the window. Sarner around and down. Sammy, the first member of the Crusaders not named Kelly Boinski to score today. And if you're going to nitpick a 12 and 10 team, sometimes it's finding those different answers when Boinski has to go take overtime. Sarner has been that secondary option. Top of the key 3 on the way. Peets flattens it out. Keene, offensive board, ripped away. Mowbray with the aggressive play inside. Crusaders down 6, aiming to bite into this lead. Boinski drives through. Left both defenders in the dust. Lemke with the offensive rebound and putback. And the first timeout comes from Oak Creek's side from head coach Steve Lucknick. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside for a quick break. The score reads 12-8 with 12:07 left here in the first half on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. Girls basketball action here on a Friday night. Oak Creek out in front 12-8. And they already have more scoring from their starters in this game than all of last game, where they fell against Economowoc. Looking back at that matchup a week ago, the Knights do have fresh legs, haven't played since then. Economowoc was up just 21-19 at the half, pulled away from Oak Creek 28-19 down the stretch. The Knights shot just 28% from the field. They're not doing that right now, I'll tell you that much. Murphy, pass deflected, and it's a turnover. That's something you can't have. You look back at this original game, the first round of this matchup, if you will. The Crusaders took 21 trips to the line, converted on 18 of them. Meanwhile, Oak Creek just went 3 of 9 from the charity stripe. Rivera in transition, cans it home. 14-8. Crusaders not playing around when it comes to tempo. Boinski unleashes a 3, rattles in and out. Here comes Murphy, who stumps on the brakes on her own OC logo. Murphy running the offense over to Rivera, who's been cutting hard to the rim early. Spin move, Paldermick, no. Keep an eye on the 5'9 freshman in Sophia Paldermick. She put up 21 points off the bench against Economowoc last week. Nice drive inside. Sammy Sarner has the answer. Sarner up to 4 points here in the first half. It is a 4-point lead for Oak Creek, who is on a remarkable scoring pace right now. McKillop steps on the baseline and loses possession of the ball. Couple of subs here. Kate Boinski just checked in, gives off to Kelly. Boinski backing in, out to Visner. Visner, left hand, true. 14-12, here come the Crusaders. Alden, the fourth different member of Catholic Memorial to score today. The Crusaders, number 11 in Division II, top 50 in the state of Wisconsin per boundwisconsin.com. McKillop drives in off the window and scores 2. (16-12), 3 on the other end. Sarner has the answer once more. Sammy Sarner up to 7 in this first half. It's 16-15. Eloisa Hedry got a touch. Over to Paldermick. Paldermick draws contact, no foul. Here come the Crusaders, a chance to take the lead. And they cannot. Boinski took the brunt of the contact there. Paldermick calls for the pass. Scoop underneath. And Sophia will head to the line for 2. Paldermick has really gained a pivotal role on this team the last couple of weeks especially. First attempt off the mark. Between these two teams, up and down the stat sheet, actually pretty similar. Catholic Memorial does shoot 68% from the line though, and Oak Creek just 57%. That's arguably their biggest discrepancy, as Paldermick goes 0 for 2 at the line. Lemke. There's Vinaya Madrano. Kick out, 3, no. And Oak Creek maintaining that lead. High-scoring contest here with 9:04 to play here in the first half. Threes have been falling. Catholic Memorial getting to the line. And you know, that was even the story of their loss back on Tuesday against McWanago. McWanago went to the free throw line 26 times. The Crusaders just 9 times. When they're cutting inside, when they're communicating, when they're getting defenders up in the air, that is when they're at their best. And that is what Ella Lemke, the 6-foot freshman forward, just did there. Got her defender off the ground. Lemke, one of 3 freshmen on this team. You can sense they're building something here under Steve Lucknick. Lemke's first attempt, up and down. Ella, just 4 minutes last time these two teams played. The 6-foot freshman gaining a larger role here, playing early on in this contest. And she goes 1 of 2 on the trip, 17-15. Catholic Memorial can tie or take the lead. Mowbray in transition, stripped. And there's the 3rd freshman, Eloisa Hedry, with the rip through. Eloisa averaging 2 points a contest, a rebound, and assist. That's the thing. They don't just have 3 freshmen on their squad, but Oak Creek utilizing all 3 of them in varying capacities. That is valuable experience. You look down the line, you could have 3 4-year varsity starters. Could be the making of a very successful team. And from freshman to freshman, Paldermick uses the window and finds the bottom of the hoop for her first 2 points. 3 ball on the other end. No, Sarner's had the answer early on. She doesn't there. Hedry in transition. Kick out, 3, rigged in, around and out. The Cylinders spat that one right back out. 19-15 with 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Sarner with tempo, same thing. And suddenly the offense has gone a little cold. You look at how strong this Classic 8 conference is. Could go a couple different places, really. As McKillop goes inside, draws contact, no. Here comes Catholic Memorial. Boinski, high off the glass. And True cuts the lead in half. That was Kate Boinski. Lemke off the window, too strong. Again, the Crusaders can tie or take the lead. They've been closing, but have not been able to pass. There's Ellen Mowbray, one of those 5 seniors on this squad. Boinski inside to Madrano, who is stuffed. But another offensive rebound as the Crusaders have been able to capitalize on their chances. Defense chants ringing throughout the gym. Sarner inside through 2 defenders. No, can't get through the trees. Paldermick, right-handed dribble, scoop shot and through. The bright young freshman with 4 quick ones. 3 ball on the other end. Ashlyn Hunt misfires. Another offensive rebound. Kate Boinski off her pivot foot, resets out to Sarner. 21-17, and you keep going back to the Economawalk game. Oak Creek has now eclipsed their first half score from last game. They scored 19, up to 21 here. Madrano's 3 rips the ropes, and it's 21-20. Vanya with 3, a 5'8" sophomore forward. Paldermick looking for the answer, too much. A fight for the offensive board. And Hedry comes away with it and draws the contact. Eloisa Hedry will head back to the line. Hedry's first attempt splashes through, and it's 22-20. A lot of rotations here. And Hedry goes 2 for 2. All 3 freshmen have scored in this one, and they have 7 of the team's 23 points. So learning but active, this freshman class. It'll be the class of 2029. Jordan Murphy checking back in with fresh legs. Picks the ball away with her team up 3. A look ahead, Rivera gives off to Wadzinski. No, a fight for the board. Jump ball. The arrow points in the Crusaders' direction, but Oak Creek still out in front 23-20 with 5:12 to play. Going back to the strength of the Classic 8. Overall records, 6 of those 8 teams have winning records. Oak Creek is one of the exceptions at 8-13. Waukesha West is 8-14. Oak Creek is also 3-9 in conference play, but when they play outside of the Classic 8, a 5-4 ball club. Truly battle-tested. The official waves off the shot. Alden Visner called for an off-ball foul, which waves off Sarner's triple. Crusaders, coached by Bob Wellenstein, described this team as a group of fighters. They never give up. He said they've only been out of 2 games this year despite being 12-10. Deep 3 from Sophia Peets. Nothing but net. Oak Creek would be honored to be the 3rd team to put a game out of reach for this tough Crusader squad. 3 ball on the other end. Sunny Murray Off the mark, too strong. The score reads 26-20 with 4:10 left. Murphy calling the offense. You see this sense of urgency on the offensive end. Keene, elbows inside, and drills it home. Jenna Keene up to 6. That lead as large as it's been all night at 8 points. Scoring coming from everywhere. 8 different Knights have scored. The officials wave off the shot. Sammy Sarner's been extra active today with 7 in the first half. She averages 11 a contest. Good to see Sarner snap back into it. She had just 3 and was 1 of 11 from the field against McWanago. Much more efficient today and very involved on offense. Kick out look as the Crusaders find themselves down 8 on the road. Trying to snap a road dry spell. Kelly Boinski can't get her left-handed scoop shot to go. Murphy orchestrates the offense with tempo. Keene is fouled, and that's the 7th foul from the Crusaders, meaning the Knights are in the bonus. Keene, a leader on multiple fronts. Most points a game, rebounds a game, and best free throw percentage. For a team that struggled at that mark at times, Jenna has not. 73% from the line. And you see the success on shot number 1. This would make it a double-digit lead. In and out. Classic announcer's jinx. 29-20 with 3:30 left here in the first half. Sarner drives hard inside through 2 defenders. Gets a whistle. McKillop claiming that was all ball. Sarner's first attempt jumps off the rim. Mentioned the Crusaders, coached by Bob Wellenstein. His squad, if you're watching Zaleski Sports just last night, went toe-to-toe with Dominican, one of the best girls programs in the state, ended up falling 51-49. But if you want to start to fathom the ceiling of this Catholic Memorial team, look no further than that matchup. Dominicans lost 1 game all year, and Catholic Memorial almost made it 2. Sarner over to Boinski, the star on this squad, just 4 points in the first half. All 4 have been at the free throw line. Trying to get it going. She's blocked. And the Knights get the ball in the other direction. Up 9 with 2:48 to play. Youth night, pep band here. Don't ever say the crowd doesn't play a factor, as about 50 were on the floor as Oak Creek's starting 5 was introduced today. Peets, his 3-ball, wedges off the back of the rim and falls. 2:30 remains here in this first half. Tight defense by the Knights, trying to send their 3-game losing streak packing. Ashlyn Hunt gives off to the top of the key. Maggie Lemke, their sharpshooter at 43% from beyond the arc. Keep an eye on her, especially with this team down 9 points. Lemke off to Sarner, who leads her squad with 7. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And a foul going the other way. Timeout, rather. Longer drawn-out possession. $1:53 left here in the first half. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. So 29-20, your leading scorers to this point. Jenna Keene has 7 for this Oak Creek Knights squad. Aiming to win back here at home, where they've just frankly been better. If they can get a victory today, they'll be an even 4-4 on their home court. They've been 3-7 on the road, 2-2 when it comes to neutral site games. Catholic Memorial's just been in this rut on the road. They started the season out 2-1 in road contests. They've lost their last 5. Again, you have to go back to December 2nd when they beat Economawalk at the Raccoons House 57-41. That's technically last year. That is the last time the Crusaders won on the road. Still plenty of time to turn over a new leaf today. Boinski to Boinski. From Kelly to Kate. As Sarner goes free throw line extended. 90 seconds remain here in the first half of play. Oak Creek is controlling. McKillop went for the board, just could not reel it in. Baseline inbound pass. Good defense by the Knights. Jordan Murphy almost deflected the inbound pass. Oak Creek can't slot up anymore in the Classic 8, but what they can do is win their final 3 and feel a whole lot better going into the postseason. Crowd behind them, long drawn-out possession with $1:05 left. Sarner, free throw line jumper, and the bank is open for 30. She's got a team best 9. Oak Creek's had a couple chances to extend this lead to double digits. They would now have to drill a triple to make that happen. Peets goes inside to Keene, who immediately draws a couple defenders. Back out to Paul Dermick. Her triple off the mark with 39.9 left. Likely see 1 or 2 more possessions here. See the youth hoop squads getting ready behind the right baseline. Peets dribbles with 35 left off to Jordan Murphy, who drilled the opening triple to give Oak Creek the lead, and they have not trailed. Murphy off to McKillop. Back over to Sophia Peets. Off to Amelia McKillop. 15 seconds. Oak Creek wants the last possession. Paldermick. McKillop. Hard drive inside. Off the window. No. 5 seconds left. Keene is fouled, but the near referee states it is not a shooting foul. It is the 9th foul, so Oak Creek is still in the bonus. Keene facing a 1-and-1. Jenna Keene, 7 points. Make it 8. Huge free throw. The one person you really don't want to send to the line if you're facing this Knights team. Oak Creek shooting 57%, but Jenna the outlier at 73. Keene goes 2 of 2, and she's up to 9. 4.9 seconds left, a 9-point lead for Oak Creek. Catholic Memorial has to go the length of the floor. Kate Boinski with 3. Kate Boinski lets it fly, and Murphy blocks her. The 5'6" senior point guard showing off the stretch. She swats the shot at the buzzer. And the offense of the Knights has jolted awake here on this Friday evening at home. Oak Creek leads 31-22. We'll step aside for our first break of halftime here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Welcome back to Catholic Memorial versus Oak Creek on Zaleski Sports. If you are wondering, no, the players have not shrunk by 2 to 3 feet. It is youth night. So we've got a fresh game of fives going on. All the players representing themselves when the starting 5 lineups or the starting 5s were introduced. And now they get their time during halftime here. And I'll tell you what, the crowd has been rowdy. They got as ramped up as they have been all night for the opening tip-off and the score that we just came in on from commercial. This is the next generation, right? And they get sweet seats to watch the high school game where the hosting Knights are up by 9. And then they get to show out in front of a crowd of a few hundred. And might I add, on 10-foot rims. Clean fight for the ball inside. So this is awesome. Usually you'll see, if you're lucky, programs highlight the youth in one way or another each year. Oak Creek gets a full game going. That you do not see everywhere. Sometimes you'll just have the local youth hoops teams coming out, occupying the stands, getting in on the opening huddle. But Oak Creek rolled out the red carpet. Long jumper. How about that? Keep an eye on number 5 going forward. I mean, the starting lineups, they were involved. The literal opening huddle before tip-off for the varsity game, involved. And now they get their time to shine here in the 10-minute halftime period. And we're seeing no shortage of buckets. Pretty cool stuff. We'll go over leading scorers, and you can enjoy the action as it unfolds for the next 5:26. Oh, and here's the awesome part. Now the varsity Knights are out, and they're going to play cheerleader and encourage this 5-on-5 game. High fives all around, nothing but encouragement. Talk about having all the support in the world on your side when you get to show out in front of your city. And score in the process. Number 12 puts one home. You get the PA treatment, you get it all. Leading scorers for Oak Creek with 31 in the first half. Huge for a team that scored just 38 a week ago against Economwalk and has just had a bit of the yips on offense. Not today. Jenna Keene has 9. Sophia Peets has 6. Alyssa Rivera and Sophia Paldermick each have 4. Jordan Murphy has 3. Eloisa Hedry has 2, as does Amelia McKillop, and 1 point for Ella Lemke. We've been mentioning youth all night in terms of this being Youth Hoops Night, but also 3 different freshmen on this Oak Creek team Paldermick has 4. Lemke has a single point. Hedry has 2. 7 of those 31 to underclassmen who, again, could be four-year varsity players when all is said and done. This is just the beginning. Nice block inside, by the way. Crusaders leading scorer, Sammy Sarner. It's been her night. 9 first-half points for the 5'9" senior guard, averaging 11 per contest. After her, a bit of a drop-off. Kelly Boinski averaging 20 a game, just 4, all at the free throw line in the early phases of that first half. And then 2 apiece between Lemke, Medrano, Visner, and Kate Boinski. I'll be honest, I don't really want to break away from this action. We've only got a couple minutes left. We can just let this sit, honestly. Awesome to see, and oh, how sweet it would be, right, if the Knights, who have had their fair share of struggles lately, teetered around 500 for a bit and have gone on this losing spell, could get a win here. In front of a pretty inspired group, might I say. The stereotype that little kids are energetic is not going anywhere. They are sprinting up and down the court. Awesome stuff. You got the steals, you got the transition, you got almost a bucket from 14. And I can't tell if that was the final buzzer or not. It was. Okay. I was wondering, because each team needs a couple minutes to warm up for varsity action. Almost had the buzzer beater. Well done. We'll step aside for one more break. About 2.5 minutes away from varsity action continuing, but hoops all night. Wire to wire. Oak Creek leads 31-22 here on Zaleski Sports.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back to Oak Creek High School. Pep band getting rowdy, crowd right behind them. Youth night underway, and the Knights out in front by 9. Losers of 3 straight, in a good spot to make sure they don't make it 4 and start maybe a different streak going into the postseason. Playing the hits, by the way. Cupid Shuffle, Hey Baby's going now. Strong Pep band presence. Strong fill-in in general from this crowd. 31-22. Both teams switch sides. And we are underway with a turnover. Sammy Sarner, who led all Crusaders scorers with 9, starts the offense. Lemke underhand pass to Mowbray. The team's usual leading scorer in Kelly Boinski held to just 4. We'll see if she can get going. You don't see a whole lot of players in high school basketball averaging 20 or more points a game. Boinski is one of them, but relatively contained in that first half. Catholic Memorial also just wasn't getting to the line a whole ton. That's been their bread and butter too. Sarner cuts inside, and she'll get to the line there. Right on cue. Sammy Sarner up to 11. A chance to make it 12. And that is what this team is so good at, getting to the line and converting at a high clip. 12 points for Sarner. Murphy has to work to get past the timeline and does so. Jordan drilled the opening triple for this game, has gone silent scoring since, but she's more of the facilitator. Another turnover, and the Crusaders are trying to storm back here quickly. After going into their halftime huddle down 9, Steve Lucknick wants a timeout. It's a 30-second break. We will keep it here. Crusaders are not going to go away easy. Again, this is the same team that challenged Dominican, one of the best teams in all of girls basketball, and fell to them just 51-49. They have played from behind before, and not a whole lot of '12 and 10 teams can say they've, really had the opportunity to be more like 20-2, which is crazy to say, but that's how close a lot of these contests have been. Down 6 here, as both teams break out of the timeout. Boinski, can she get it going? She's got a lot of attention on defense. Sarner, the leading scorer for both sides, looks inside, tries to use the overcommitting of that Knights defense against them. Heavy pursuit. Lemke with just 2 in the first half, looks inside for Mowbray. Mowbray touched it last. $16:20 to play. The pep band just disappeared. They got out quick. I look up and there's no one over there. Murphy looks ahead, now inside. Keene off the glass. Yes, ma'am. Oak Creek's going to have to make their own noise now. 8-point lead. 2 minutes into this second half. A drive inside. Maggie Lemke makes them pay. Lemke was efficient as can be against this Knights squad a couple of months ago. 10 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Was one of 3 players in double digits. And let it be known, as we have another turnover, the Crusaders are without Sloan Hasse, one of their better shooters, 8.5 a game. She is out, injured today. 33-27, as Sarner bluffed the 3. And if there's anyone on that side who's going to fake a 3, it should be 30 at this point. She's been effective. Boinski can't get the foul. Mowbray comes away with it. And Catholic Memorial, they haven't been great at getting to the line today, but what they have done, pulled in a lot of offensive rebounds. Visner off the glass and through, the lead down to 4. Visner, one of the most efficient players on this team, 43% from the field, 33-29. Murphy with the jab step. She calls this offense. See what kind of adjustments Steve Lucknick's squad can make. After getting out of the halftime break up 9, their lead is down to 4. A mini 7-2 run for this Crusaders team. Looking for that elusive road win that they haven't had since December 2nd. Murphy to Wadzinski. That's picked away. Here comes Mowbray, one-on-one. Drives inside, puts it off the glass and through, and it's a 2-point game Timeout, Coach Lucknick. Crusaders fans getting on their feet, and they should. Another 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here again. 9-2 run for this Catholic Memorial team. And I think they're starting to realize there's just so much commitment to guarding Boynski tight. They're going to have to go elsewhere. They've got another double-digit scorer in Sammy Sarner. But it's tough when you've got someone with 20 points a game responsible for a third of your points, and the defense is just paying extra close attention. Sure, she's used to that. Teams see the scouting report. The first place they look is number 10. But it's been her supporting cast leading the charge. And here's the full court press, a 2-2-1. Rigdon over to Hedry. Got to get across the timeline in 8 seconds. Back to Rigdon. Dangerous pass, but they do get across half court. Reach-in foul. The first foul we've seen in the second half on the Crusaders. Coach Wellenstein for Catholic Memorial said there are no easy bouts in this conference. And today, a telltale example. You look at the standings and see Catholic Memorial has a 4-game advantage, yet here we are 33-31, well into the second half. Hedry through everybody with her first 2 points of the second half. The freshman getting involved. The lead back up to 4, a big bucket and a big response from Maggie Lemke. These two teams trading blows now. Poldermick looks ahead as Oak Creek tries to pick through this press. Rigdon hits the deck, no foul, 35-33. The Crusaders handle the basketball with 13:20 left. Sarner scored 9 against Oak Creek last time. She has 12 already today. Out to the sharpshooter in Lemke. Ella Lemke draped all over her. Strong shot from Visner, but too strong. Now it's time for the Knights to try and get in transition before that press can come in. Hedry, shifty, baseline. There's the corner trap. She finds Rivera. Rivera goes near corner. Poldermick for 3, rims it in. Number 11, the freshman. On youth night, it's only fitting the 3 freshmen have taken over this game. And it's quickly a 5-point lead again for Oak Creek. Hedry's been the facilitator these last few possessions. Lemke's gotten her licks in, and Sophia Poldermick has 7, 3 of which here in the second half. .12-10 left, top of the key 3. Pops off the rim. Like a putt on the green that just wouldn't fall down. That would have extended the lead to 8. Instead, it's a 2-possession game, essentially. Lemke, Hedry. Had their impact along with Poldermick, the 3 freshmen for Oak Creek. Boynski uncorks from 3 and just can't get it going on offense, but gets an offensive rebound. Quickly gives off to Kate Boynski. Back out to Kelly, held to 4 to this point. Kate, the sophomore, floater, off the window and nothing else. Offensive board, Lemke sends her defender tumbling and brings her team back to within 3. Maggie has 6 of her 8 points here in the second half. A good old-fashioned nail-biter tonight. Oak Creek pursuing a much-needed win. Catholic Memorial aiming to keep that train rolling and snap off a loss that they just had against McGuanago a couple of nights ago. Hedry stopping on a dime, gets across the timeline. Hard screen, and Ella Lemke is penalized for it. .11:16 left. Fourth foul on Oak Creek as they swarm into a zone. Boinski from three, jumps off the rim. Ellen Mowbray called with a foul as Oak Creek was taking possession over anyway. Got her with a hook. Here's that full court press, which you could probably expect to see for the rest of this game. Seen the Crusaders mix it up a little bit, but this has been consistent. Hedry, one of those three freshmen on the floor, ahead to Rivera. Top of the key three, Rigdon rings it home! Lexi Rigdon, the sophomore shooting guard, joins in on the underclassmen scoring party, and it's 41-35. Boinski, hard dribble, spins, swatted. Sophia Paldermick trying to go coast to coast with the floater. Too strong on the attempt. Lemke walked, came down with a rebound, but took a couple too many. And it's been this constant tug and pull where Oak Creek tries to pull away, gets close to a 10-point lead. Crusaders come storming back, but they haven't been able to pass. Kate Boinski, a 5'6" freshman at the top of the key. Sarner out to Kelly Boinski on the left wing. 10 minutes remain in this Classic 8 clash. And a foul. Coach Lucknick trying to get his team to stay straight up and down. No leaning against a team that is so keen at drawing fouls. And he knows when you send Kelly Boinski to the line, she's likely scoring. Couple of substitutions. Boinski misses at the line, a rare miss, 81%. Awkward handoff, and that's going the other way. Rivera got frustrated. A defender was on her like glue, and she got called for a push. (41-36), 9:52 to play. Sarner's inbound pass finds a leaping Visner. Visner up to set the screen, and Jenna Keene, 6'4", stretches up and snatches that ball out of the air. Wadzinski curling around the paint, ahead to Sophia Peets, who drilled a triple earlier. Murphy now calling the offense. Three ball on the way. Wadzinski off the side of the window. Ashlyn Hunt with the board. And here come the Crusaders. Their whole game this year has been drive inside, draw that contact, and Oak Creek has been playing them clean, albeit the Knights are up to 6 fouls here in the second half. Three ball on the way, finds the bottom, Sophia Peets. Moments after mention is up to 9 points. And the Knights lead back up to 8. Ashlyn Hunt calling for the ball. She was open. They find her late. Visner's free throw line jumpers off the mark. And Boinski's heading back to the line where she is so dangerous. She makes her first attempt. and her second. We have a full timeout with 8:37 left to play. We'll step aside for a quick break as the Knights lead 44-38 here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back to the Oak Creek High School Gymnasium. The Knights out in front of the Crusaders from Catholic Memorial, 44-38. Six-point lead for a Knights squad trying to snap a three-game skid. McKillop hits the deck. Here comes Catholic Memorial. Essentially a two-possession lead here for a team that has been so remarkable at getting to the line and is now in the bonus. Boinski's making him pay inside. Kelly's up to 9. Starting to awaken. Murphy from 3 makes him pay herself. Jordan Murphy with 2 triples, and they've both held some weight. The opening triple to start the scoring today, and that one expands the lead to 7. And now Murphy fights for her own board. She looks ahead. Wadzinski reels the ball in and goes cross court to Peets. 7:30 left, Knights up 7. They have well surpassed their 38-point total from a week ago. 3 ball, and Sophia Peets cannot be stopped. Sophia has 12, a team best. Ten-point lead for the Knights. It's been the elusive aspect of this one. They just haven't been able to get in front by double digits. Seven minutes left in this one. Hard screen near side. And a swat by Poldermick. The freshmen have had their fingerprints all over this one. .646 left. Got to be go time for this Catholic Memorial team. And Maggie Lemke says, let's go. High off the glass. She is up to 10. The lead back down into the single digits with 6:24 remaining. Peets to Poldermick. Too much on the triple. That would have been approaching dagger range. But now the Crusaders trying to cut into that lead that once was 10. It's down to 8. They could cut it in half with a triple here. Boinski, hard to the right side, fouled. Catholic Memorial is in the bonus, so Kelly will head to the line. 6 minutes remain in this one, as you know anytime you send Kelly Boinski to the line, she's going to make you pay. She is up to 10. Make it 11. This Catholic Memorial team now pressuring. Airtight pass. And a cross-court ballooning pass to Hedry. The lead is back down to 6. Does Oak Creek have one more scoring spurt in them, or can Catholic Memorial win their 4th in 5 tries? Competition heating up here down the stretch. Wadzinski over to Jenna Keene, who has just 2 points in this second half. Sophia Peets leads the way with 12. And she's gotten a case of the threes today. Really had it all season. 35% from beyond the arc. A key turnover, and here come the Crusaders with 5:24 left. Hedry will head out. The senior point guard in Jordan Murphy stepping in. .520 remains. Handful of possessions left for each of these squads. Lemke back to her defender, over to Boinski. Cross-court look, Sarner can't get it to go home. Key rebound by Paul Dermick. And a fight for the basketball on the way down. Alyssa Rivera aiming to check in. She will swap out with Jenna Keene. Five minutes to go. And Oak Creek's got to go. 8 seconds to get across that midline. McKillop reels the ball in and looks ahead to Murphy. Murphy's got space, but understands as well, with her team up 6 and a few minutes to go, can minimize the amount of opportunities this Crusaders team gets if you draw out these possessions a little more. Almost a strip-free pass. Boinski getting eager. Cut off that passing lane. 4.5 to go. Wadzinski inside to Rivera. Rivera's hook shot rolls in, and it's an 8-point lead. Boinski draws the foul. And no, she doesn't. .52-44. This would be one of the largest wins of the season for this Knights squad. Paldermick was just called for an offensive foul. Kate Boinski checking in for Sammy Sarner. Four minutes to go in this Classic 8 battle. The second time these two teams have seen each other. That's going the other way. Alyssa Rivera set a hard screen a few minutes of game time ago. That resulted in her checking out. She comes back in and draws the foul this time. Oak Creek's largest lead is 10. Football-style pass down the court to Paul Dermick. Ends up being a turnover, and here come the Crusaders. Mowbray was open for 3, drives baseline, back out to Boinski. Kelly Boinski thought about a 3. Asks for the high screen now and draws 2 defenders. Trying to get the ball back to number 10, who's been heating up. 7 points in this second half. Make it 9 and 13 on the night, and that warrants another timeout. 30-second break, so we will stay here. 52-46 with 3:33 to go. Oak Creek's been on a tough stretch. Conference losses against Muskego, Arrowhead, Oconomowoc. Before that, a conference victory, a slim one against Waukesha West. There are 3 wins this year in conference, 2 against Waukesha West and 1 against Kettle Moraine. Both those teams are 3-9 and 1-11 in conference. Catholic Memorial is 7-5 and was really vying for that second spot against McGuanago a couple of days ago. This would be the definition of a statement win. Still a long way to go as Catholic Memorial has that full court press on. Wadzinski catches the cross-court pass and gives off to Murphy with 3:20 to go. Rivera over to Jordan Murphy, who's hit a couple of huge triples. Opened the scoring with a triple and had another one just recently. There's a turnover and a steal by Boinski in transition, where she's dangerous, and she converts. The lead's down to 4. Kelly Boinski has come alive. She has 15, 11 of which in this second half. Keene was open in the paint. Paul Dermick lost the basketball, but it's last touched by the Crusaders. McKillop in for Rivera. Tight ball game here. Wadzinski's got to find the inbound. Looks over to McKillop, back to Murphy. Jordan, one of those 5 senior leaders on a team that's had contributions from all over. McKillop from 3, off front iron. Crusaders rebound with plenty of time to cook here. Oak Creek's been strong on defense. Can they come up with a stop here? They do. McKillop with the board. Looks ahead to Murphy. Murphy looking to sprint across the line and does so. Paul Dermick off of Ellen Mowbray. And a souvenir for the front row. Jenna Keene has 11. Paul Dermick has 7, but nobody on this Knights squad has more than Sophia Peets with 12. 2:10 to play, a 4-point lead for a Knights team looking for their statement win. McKillop dives down, over and back. (52-48) with 2:01 to go. No love lost between these two teams. Boinski, the leading scorer with 15, trying to knife inside and draws a foul. Paul Dermick does not agree with that. Boinski's been automatic from the free throw line specifically. She makes this a 1-possession game. Catholic Memorial's in the double bonus, and Boinski goes 2 for 2. Up to 17. A look ahead to Paul Dermick. Paul Dermick through the lane and off the glass. Grows the lead back to 4. Sophia has 9. Pass thrown up in the air, deflected. And Jordan Murphy tried to get to the timeline. Foul called. We'll see who it's on. Sammy Sarner called with the foul. That is number 6. The next one would put Oak Creek in the bonus. A rifle pass to Paul Dermick. She tracks it down. Inside. Can't get her shot to go, but gets her own rebound. Left-handed shot up off. 1:20 left and a foul. 1:22 to go. Sarner at the free throw line. Sarner's first attempt falls. 3-point game. Sammy is up to 13. And it's going to stay at a 13-point total. The Knights trying to get out fast, so the Crusaders can't get in their full court press. Sophia Peets walks across the line with 1:05 to go here in this contest. 3-point game. Murphy trying to evade the trap. Peets almost picked off, gets back on the ground, and Coach Lucknick calls the timeout before Peets goes over and back. 56.9 seconds to play. A full timeout. We're going to keep it here. Plenty to talk about as it's 54-51. Coach Lucknick quick to rifle that timeout signal with his team in search of a huge momentum swinger of a victory. Catholic Memorial with a lot at stake here. They'd like 4 wins in 5 tries with the playoffs knocking. They'd also like that first road victory in over 2 months. And it's a team, yeah, they got a winning record, but they're going to have to go on the road at some point if they want to make a deep run. Important to check a milestone like this off early. They'll have another shot at it next week on the 20th when they go up against Waukesha West. That'll be their last shot at it in the regular season. Oak Creek looking ahead. Next Wednesday at Greenfield. Next Tuesday at Greenfield, and next Friday at home against McWanago. That'll be senior night. And you'd expect this crowd to bring it then, as they have tonight for youth night. 56.9 seconds to play. Inbound pass coming on Oak Creek's side of half court. Jordan Murphy dribbles over the timeline with 55 to go. Wadzinski working through a trap. Wadzinski scoops it over to Rivera. Rivera off the window, too much. The Crusaders sprinting for the ball. Rivera saves the ball in. Cross-court look. Wadzinski holding it and draws the foul. What a wind sprint save by Alyssa Rivera. Coach Lucknick smiling after that effort. One that could result in the most significant win of this season. First shot is in and out. Rivera got a piece, but the Crusaders come away with the basketball with 30 seconds left, down 3. Boinski dribbling inside, attracting defenders. Out, Lemke, 3, too much. Offensive board by Visner. There's 18 seconds to go in this one. Boinski inside, back out to Sarner, in and out, another board. This time it's for Oak Creek, and they get fouled. And this crowd can feel it. 10.3 seconds left. Sarner had a look at it to tie. And Sophia Peets, who has hit a couple of big shots and has 12 points, will go to the line. But first, a timeout. Here's the scenario. Oak Creek is not in the double bonus yet. So if Peets does not make this shot, the Crusaders have a chance to rebound and drive down the court with about 10 seconds, probably less than that at that point, down 3. If she makes it, she earns another free throw and her team's up 4. So no pressure. Big shot coming up for 15. She's hit a lot of big shots today. And again, against this Catholic Memorial team, she went 3 of 5 from 3 before. One of the most efficient shooters on this team. At the line, 58%. And this will be one of the most important free throws of this season for Sophia. She's the leading scorer for this squad. She has a chance to deliver the dagger. .3 seconds left. Peets is at the line. You could hear a pin drop. She misses, an immediate timeout. Oh, wait a minute. That point at the scorer's table. .5 seconds left. Catholic Memorial gets an inbound pass and is going to have to go the length of the floor. They roll the ball out to Sarner. Sarner off to Boinski from 3, too much. Rebound Murphy. Murphy dribbles away, and the Knights victorious with their statement win in the 2025-26 season. They steal one from Catholic Memorial, 54-51, and snap that ugly 3-game skid. It is no longer. We'll step aside for a quick break post-game, and when we come back, I'll have the last with head coach Steve Lucknick and our player of the game.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our...
Welcome to the Masonville Dairy post-game show here on Zaleski Sports. Oak Creek victorious with their statement win this season, 54-51. Corey Sparks here alongside head coach Steve Lucknick. Let's talk about the offense. You and I were talking on the phone before this matchup. You said sometimes this team was getting into dry spells. You had a whole week after that Economowoc game. What changed today?
We were a lot more aggressive. And we made shots.
Yeah.
Okay, Pete's was hot. We got the ball inside in the first half, but we played much more aggressively. I think we shot the ball shooting instead of chucking it, and our girls were taking the ball to the basket harder.
You got contributions from everywhere, including from the youngins on youth night, putting out a performance at halftime.
I saw that.
What's it like having the next generation sitting here watching your girls go to work and get the win tonight?
It's always the funnest night. We get a big crowd. The little kids love it. Our kids love hanging out with them. It's just a great atmosphere. We should do it more often.
About to talk to Sophia Peets, your player of the game today. Her triples down the stretch really ignited this bench. I know there were some calls you didn't agree with at certain points, but when you have someone like this, the sharpshooter that she was, what does that do for you as a coach?
Well, it allows us to make a few more mistakes, I guess, which we did at the end of the game tonight. But like you said, with her shooting, when she shoots the ball, there's nobody better. She gets in the habit of pushing it sometimes, but when she strokes it, she can knock them down, and she did it tonight.
Coach, congrats on the win. Thanks for the time. Awesome stuff. Let's talk to our player of the game in Sophia Peets. Amazing job by you. How long have you been working on that three-point shot, and what have you done to get it to the spot where it was at tonight?
I mean, just every day I work on my shot, and I try to really emphasize the same thing every time, just get my feet set. Like Coach said, stroke it, don't push the ball, and it just goes in.
You mentioned, or Coach mentioned, it's awesome to have the next generation of athletes here. You have Youth Night going on. What does it feel like to get a win in front of them when you were on a bit of a losing skid there, but got one back tonight?
Yeah, it means a lot for the team. I mean, this big push going into playoffs, and especially in front of the younger generation. I know what it was like to be a young kid looking up to these big kids, so it means a lot.
2 more home games, the last 2 regular season games here. What does it mean to you guys to have this in your own arena in front of a really rowdy crowd today?
It means a lot. I mean, the energy, it helps us to keep pushing, get back after the mistakes, just leave it in the past and get the wins.
Sophia, congrats. Great game.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. That's going to do it for our Zaleski Sports presentation of Oak Creek Knights basketball. The Knights snapping their 3-game skid and coming out victorious 54-51 today. That will do it. Huge shout out to Joey Endres, my amazing producer, and that will do it for today's broadcast.